I got snacks because I have no will. There's a vending machine on the first floor and I got like 3 bags of snacks. Help me! I'm just really hungry, okay, guys? I didn't go to formal, actual dinner. I just ate a cup of ramen and I'm really hungry right now and I'm recording for you guys, so let me eat my food in peace. I'm gonna try and not eat the entire time, but no promises. She crawls away, now appearing to be completely lifeless. Did I hit a nerve? Your clothes really are from the kids section? At your age? I'm gonna try to keep quiet with my snacks. Keep them behind the mic and all that. I'm still hungry. I try to keep shaming her for as long as possible, but not as much as I would have liked, since Claire seems to forget about it once she sees another display. From then on, it takes me from place to place. She never buys me anything, but gets interested often, which I can't understand since she doesn't plan on buying any of it. I forgot to do my intro. My friend Kimmy was like, she may need refuge because her roommates have very loud sex. Well, one roommate in particular. I just got a text from her that said she's safe. Okay. From then on, she takes me from place to place. Okay, never mind. Look, Sierra, let's go here next. She gets excited over the smallest of things and talks like it's the first time she's ever seen them. Look, Sierra, there's a creepy guy here. Her consistent shouting over everything makes me worry about the people around us. They've started staring at us and crowding around. Look, Sierra, he's a thief. He's stealing something. She goes running after the criminal without even letting me open my mouth to speak. Look, Sierra, suplex. Ugh. What the fuck? I'm confused. I'm concerned. I clear my throat to get Claire's attention, but it doesn't seem to work, and she continues on doing her thing after slamming the alleged robber against the tiled floor. Look, Sierra, I caught the thief. I'm sure they're gonna present me with the key to the town for this. I'd like to thank everyone who helped me get this award. Sierra for bringing me here, the thief for letting himself get caught, and the guy manning the spotlight who came out of nowhere, and the keysmith for this key. The keysmith? The guy who makes keys. That's the locksmith. Don't be a fool, that's his nemesis. In any case, thanks to all of you for coming here, and I hope to see you again during the Emmys. Thank you. Claire ends her speech by clapping and manages to infect me with her enthusiasm, which causes me to join in. Bravo, bravo. Do you even know what you were doing, Claire? If you end a speech on a high note and clap, people will cheer for you no matter how terrible it was. Give it a try. Good to know, but I was actually referring to the fact that your thief is just a mannequin and the entire shopping mall is staring at us right now. Oh, I thought she actually like suplexed someone. I was hoping she suplexed someone. They were cleaning the display, see? There was no theft in progress. Claire looks around and realizes how confusedly the crowd around us is whispering about the show she just performed for them. Honestly, I've never met someone like this in real life. Do people like this actually exist? I hope not. Why did you tell me sooner? I tried at first, but after a while I wanted to see how long it would take you to realize it on your own. Claire tries to hide under the brim of her hat and pushes herself to stand behind me, embarrassed. Meanwhile, not too far away, I can see some onlookers calling out to a stocky security guard and pointing in our direction. I now know that I have to quickly come up with an escape plan. Thank you everyone for attending the annual robbery drill at the mall. What's happening is exactly what you shouldn't try to do. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's meet again next year. A round of applause. The crowd infectiously begins to clap even though they're unconvinced. Still, it's enough for me to grab Claire's hand and get away from the crime scene just in time. In the end, it's true that clapping will spread from one to another if you do it correctly. We reach the last floor and I peep out from the edge of the catwalk to confirm that no one is following us, especially that stocky guard from before. For some reason, he looked familiar. Regardless, I managed to remain calm. I'm used to pulling pranks with Oz, although I usually let him take the spotlight instead, first and foremost. I don't like taking the lead, and from what I've seen, Claire doesn't either. They're gone, Sierra? Yes, but don't worry. I'll make sure to remind you about this incident periodically so I can shame you for it. Don't joke about that. I'm not. I laugh at Claire's expense, even though she grabs the brim of her hat with both of her hands. I can still see a slight smile on her blushing face. I don't usually do these things, you know. You're a bad influence. I got carried away because of you. I noticed that the speech about the key to the town would have been better written if it wasn't the first time you gave it. Couldn't you come up with anyone better to give thanks to? Although I'm only mocking her, this time Claire's laugh is forced. She evades my eyes and refuses to give me a clear answer. It reminds me of when she said back at the first story when. Oops, whoa. It reminds me of what she said back at the first story we went to, and I started wondering if I should be more careful when talking about friendships around here. In any case, it would be best to go somewhere else and avoid drawing any more attention to us. There may be more guards looking for us. And where can we go? I scratch my chin thoughtfully and look at my surroundings until I notice the billboard for the movie theater. It's open for the first season sessions of the afternoon right now. I don't say anything, but Claire seems to notice what I'm thinking. Do you want to go in? There's a movie playing that I want to watch, so I'm not opposed to the idea. After discussing it with Claire, she also seems to be interested. What about Luce? How many hours do we have before we have to meet up with Luce? It's been in theaters for a while, so it shouldn't be long before they take it out. If we want to watch it, it's now or never, but Claire's already buying the tickets before I can finish my sentence. I didn't tell her whether or not I wanted to go now, but it doesn't seem like she cares. No refunds are allowed, and I have some time before I need to go to the library. All in all, I decided to shrug it off and go along with a new plan of action. This girl just bought you tickets, man. Be thankful. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've been to the movies with people before, and but typically we buy our own tickets. I only bought someone else's tickets when I went on a date with them, and it was my idea. I'm a gentleman. I buy tickets to people I invite out. We arrive at the movie theater, find our seats, and the movie starts. I get the feeling that I missed something pretty simple. It takes me a while, but it's when the projector lights up the screen that I realize what it is. There's nobody else in the theater. We're completely alone in this giant dark room. Yo, that's the greatest. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. Because if you're the only ones in the theater, you can be as loud and boisterous as you want. She and I. Looking at her, she doesn't give up any vibes of being bothered by the situation. I, however, can't stop thinking about it. What are you, 13? I'm alone with a girl. Oh, shut up. It's not that big of a deal. Then again, I'm 21 and I'm used to it, so. First, I'm not stupid. I know what it means for a boy and a girl to be alone together in this kind of situation. It may only be because of Claire's unique, carefree, and direct personality that she's like this, but the memory of her confession from that time is still vivid in my mind. Oh yeah, she faked a confession to us. I forgot about it. She dismissed the idea afterwards, and that made me believe that she was just kidding around, but that doesn't change the fact that it did happen. I admit that Claire's cute in her own way, and she even said that I'm not too bad myself. Wait, no, that was after saying that I'm ugly, I think. What's going on in this girl's head? Could I use this chance to, for example, hold hands with her? It's normal at the movies, right? Did she bring up me here because of that? It's not like she looks up to the task, and I don't have any reason to do it. Hasty Aaron. I gulp in surprise when Claire interrupts my train of thought, whispering with her lips hovering close to my ear. Why? Now would be a good moment for you to feel me up. What? I jump in my seat and run to the next room before Claire finishes talking. I try to slow my breathing and retrieve my heart, which should be lying on the floor somewhere, before returning to Claire and to demand an explanation. I mean, I would be the same, because that's really, really forward. What are you saying? Why do we need to go so fast? I mean, I was only thinking about holding hands at most. Seriously, I was just teasing you. But I guess I could show you that not everything I wear is from the kids section. Damn! This girl's savage. Hello. I want to die, have my body burned that's such that nothing in me remains. Do you want to hold hands anyways, now that you suggest it? I face Claire, her eyes showing a genuine curiosity towards my thought and actions. I remain silent, unable to do so much as think clearly about it. Jesus Christ, this girl is so forward. It takes some time, but my hand slowly moves away from my armchair and gets closer to hers. It's only a couple of seconds, but I'm doubtful when I finally get close, Claire moves her hand away. Time's up, Sierra, and I already told you, I won't accept any of your half-baked answers. After all, to me, the most important thing is that you're truthful. Huh. I mean, that's a good thing, right? I mean, to expect the truth out of your significant other, or someone who's potentially your significant other, that's something, right? I forget this thing is labeled as a rom-com, so I like where this is going. I've been binging a shit ton of anime rom-coms recently. I love them. I love them to bits. She repeats the same words she said back at the pond, then smiles and returns her gaze to the movie screen. Truthful? What does that have to do with being truthful? I wanted to hold her hand. What's the problem with that? Is that somehow wrong? I only wanted. Why did I want to hold her hand anyways? The movie's over sometime later. We go back to the shopping mall. I look at the floor, then at the ceiling. I look everywhere except towards her. I couldn't enjoy the movie after everything that had happened. Maybe just next time I should come alone. It was her who bought the tickets without asking, and I just followed along without thinking about it first. By the way, I should pay her back for my ticket. It's not okay to leave it like this, and it might break the ice after all that. Hey Claire, how much do I owe? When I turn around and take my wallet, I can see Claire's making her way toward the hallway that leads to the washrooms. I follow her around, but I'm mistaken and realize that it wasn't the washrooms that she was looking for. Instead, the entrance to the metallic stairs that lead outside the building is open. There's a sign that clearly states that only authorized personnel can go up there, but that doesn't seem to matter to Claire. And atop there on the rooftop, I find her looking out to the entire town. Whoa! This is the CG I saw. This is one of the CGs I saw when I found this game. I was like, this looks cool, but why is it like this? I should have realized it was like the top of a freaking mall. But that fencing over there looks concerning. I'm capturing the cursor, right? Yes, I am. I go close to the edge, by her side, questioning in a whisper why she would want to come up here. Claire, however, doesn't move. She lowers her head and holds her hat so that the wind doesn't blow it away, even though it looks like she herself could be stolen away by the wind at any moment. Sierra, this question might be old by now, but tell me. Have you ever wondered, after watching a movie, if everyone around you are nothing more than actors, everything's a big lie with you at the center as the main character? That's really deep. It's worthy of discussion. I want to talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. I mean, yes and no. Everyone's the main character to their own story, right? But in all honesty, yes and no, everyone around you are just actors. Everyone always puts forth their best foot forward, right? Especially when interacting with people they consider friends. They don't want their friends leaving them, so they always do things to stay accepted. So, things like that. As for, I don't know, everyone lies to an extent to the people around them. I mean, they could be 80% truthful, but for the most part, they could be lying. Who knows? I'm not going to go too far into it, but those are my thoughts on the matter. I could go more into it, but that's an entire video in and of itself. That was a good snap. I remain silent. Yeah, of course I've thought about it. Everyone has wondered that at some point in their lives, but it's sad. It's the sad undertone that worries me. There's an odd melancholy flooding the rooftop and even out into the beautiful view. When the subject comes to light, everyone is always horrified, scared of being manipulated or deceived. I, on the other hand, think of life would be easier if it was all a farce. I wouldn't have to worry about disappointing or hurting anyone. I'd only be paid to act that way. I wouldn't have to worry about the future. I could always have fun without worrying about the consequences. Amen to that, brother. Everyone would make sure that I got home safe and sound, finishing the episode until the next time the camera starts shooting once again. Who cares if they're fake or if they're hired to do it? Is it really any different than how I'm living now? Very, actually. Believe me, if you went through life knowing everyone around you was an actor, actively lying to you and pretending to be your friend, guess what? It kind of sucks. I can't know what anyone else is thinking. I don't know who's lying or not, no matter how hard they swear upon their actions. From my point of view, isn't the paid kindness the same as the unknown kindness that I received now? The difference is that no matter what I do, I wouldn't feel bad for bothering anyone. On the contrary, only by leaving this world can I be sure no one is suffering at my expense. Claire plays with her skirt as it floats in regular intervals with the wind. Nervously, she brushes the roof with the tip of one of her shoes. I guess it depends on the person, doesn't it? She looks at me and stops curling her skirt around her fingers when I give my reply. It depends, because you could also make someone unhappy by not being close to them. Wouldn't it be a pity to distance yourself from someone, thinking you're hurting them, when it's actually the opposite? Claire answers with a bashful smile, looking toward the town. And if no one can be happy with you, Sierra? I lower my shoulders as I sigh before speaking. In that case, there's nothing you can do, but you should verify if it's true first, and along the way you may even find someone who truly loves you for who you are. It's something that you can't possibly be sure of, no matter what, because there's always a possibility that there's really That it really is all just a movie like you said before. We can't change how others feel about us, but we can change how we ourselves feel. If we somehow know deep down that it doesn't actually matter whether or not it's an act. Claire's smile grows, eventually to the point where it evolves into laughter, and she tries to cover her mouth with the palms of both her hands. Her small body shrinks as little as she laughs, her clothes billowing in the wind on the rooftop where I can see the entire world, making her seem more charming than ever before. Meanwhile, I must sound completely ridiculous after giving such a corny speech. What do you think, Sierra? Is that enough of an answer for you? I doubt Claire's question. Answer? What is she talking about? It's true, Claire told me before we came here that she had the answer to my problems. I was wondering who sent those emails, the meaning behind them, but that's something I will never know, because ultimately their motive is irrelevant. What really matters is that what I've learned from all this. I may have started with those emails, but all those decisions from then on were my own. It doesn't matter if it was due to anyone else that I went to the one place or another. I could have ignored them and gone home instead. Isn't it more important to be truthful to my decisions and own them with pride? I understand now, this is what Claire wanted to say, but instead she decided to show me firsthand. Of course it is, Claire. Thank you for everything. She rests her arm atop the border fence on the rooftop, shaking her head at me. No, Sierra, thank you. I'm especially grateful for this moment, for this day. To tell you the truth, this is my first date in forever. I hope that you don't mind me bringing you here like this, without even asking. I close my eyes and smirk. She's able to say the most daring things with all the spontaneity in the world. It was fun, Claire. Don't worry about it too much. Although I try to please her with my words, she doesn't seem convinced. What can I do as a thank you? What is this girl missing that only I can give her? Hey Claire, you said before that you study on the other side, right? I mean, en Nate? She nods. They forced me to join the committee to organize the grad events, and well, you don't have to accept it if you don't want to, but would you like to join? The more people they are, the easier it'll be. I get the feeling that you'd like to meet people, and they aren't bad people. Except Ziva. She's a witch. Claire's eyes open widely. I can join? You don't think I'll get in the way? I confidently placed my hands on her shoulders. Oz is already on the team, and so you can't possibly do worse than him. Also, it's not that serious. You can come to just talk. I can introduce you to the others, and we can hang out afterwards. Whatever you want. Claire takes a few steps back, moving away from me. With one hand, she prevents her hat from flying away. With the other, she nervously plays with her skirt fabric. Alright, Sierra, I'll go there. Don't regret it later. You know how much I despise half-baked answers. Regret it? I don't think so. What could go wrong, Claire? After the mistakes that I made over those emails, I don't think there's many things that could go worse, and like you told me before, you shouldn't worry so much. She crosses her arms and raises an eyebrow. Did I say that? I don't understand why she's asking me that. Well, that's what you implied before, right? You know, the answers to my problems that you knew before we came here, how important the thing is, how I feel. Claire bows her head doubtfully. Oh, not like that. I told you not to worry about the emails because I was the sender. And those eyes are creepy. That's really creepy. A strong wind blows against us, causing Claire's hat to fly away, and I instinctively follow it with my eyes. It falls little by little, swaying like a piece of paper toward the street below us. When I turn my gaze back toward Claire, to the girl whom I've been talking to this entire time, she's not there. That's really fucking creepy. This wasn't tagged as a horror game. Well, anyway, I'm going to end the part there because I literally have a minute left. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from me or from the series, hit the subscribe button. And you're not exiting the Shadyverse. My name is Shades, and I hope you've enjoyed your day in the shade. See you guys later.